over the place?
I was going to say all out and gorgeously flowing.
You were not going to say out and gorgeously flowing.
That's literally what I was going to say. You got to let me finish.
Because your hair is all out and gorgeously flowing?
Yes.
No.
See how that rolls off the tongue?
It doesn't.
Out
That's the whole point.
Gorgeously
flowing. No.
Ooh, I just think I made myself sound sexy.
No.
Flowing.
No.
Ooh. That's your hair.
No.
Do you have a ponytail holder? Oh yeah, see, there you go.
That's what I just put on my head.
You just need where's your headband? You need your headband.
It's in the bathroom, I think.
Well, I mean, you are a hard-working individual, so
thank you. Sense. I should get my sweatband for all my sweats.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's see. Gigi's here, says, good morning, mistresses. How are you today? Doing good. Brianna's here, says, happy Friday. Hi, Brianna. I am glad that you're here. I'm also glad, I know it's a weird thing to say, I'm glad that my eye's still red because I have my eye doctor appointment today.
That is today. What time?
3:30.
Oh, that's an
It's in the afternoon. Yeah, they only have, plus we go grocery shopping after, so I didn't want to interrupt that.
Smart.
Yeah, so.
Good idea.
I know, right?
Someone's thinking.
So, so I didn't want it to be all fixed before I went there because, like I said, I had to wait like 2 weeks for this appointment, and my eyes been like this for like 2 or 3 weeks, and I was like, oh, somebody gonna fix something. Gail's here, says, good morning, Autumn and Richard. Beth's here, says, good morning, Whack fam. Sylvia's here, says, happy Friday, everybody. You right. Cece's here, says, good morning, Autumn and Richard and the family. Happy Friday. Hi, Cece. I'll be seeing you on Facebook, getting your entire life. I am here for it. Mary T is here, says, good morning from British Columbia, Canada. Good morning.
Yay.
You know, what time zone are you on? I'm always interested to know that because for some reason whenever I hear Canada, I still think Eastern Standard, but like Canada like spans the entire width of North America. And so, and full transparency, I don't know where British Columbia is. So I think I know where Ontario is.
Yes.
But
Canada is a wonderful brand new country
it's a mystery
for most Americans.
LaShawna's here, says, good morning
to all. United States of American.
I know, right? Most continental.
Yes,
yeah, exactly. Rhonda's here.
Because you really know like Vancouver, Toronto.
That's it.
Ontario.
Which is the name of the province.
Yes.
Like Toronto, Ontario.
Exactly. So it's still Toronto.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know anything outside of that.
And then just wilderness.
The rest of it is the tundra.
Yes. It's kind of like how I thought when I was young Kentucky was. I always thought Kentucky was just Louisville and Lexington and this trees and really like I never thought about smaller cities than that. Like our towns and like what's below a town, like a town.
I think town is the smallest. I think it goes town then city. Yes. Rhonda's here, says, like, hello y'all, happy Friday. Aaron said, good morning. See, Mary said it's 6:30 a.m. Pacific time. See, it's Pacific.
There you go.
Thanks for joining us so early in the morning.
Thank you, Mary.
Alyssa says, happy Friday.
Come up and try some of that cuisine.
Still snowing with a dash of ice in Pennsylvania.
Poutine fan.
No. Is that all over Canada, or is it just like in certain space like spots?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I mean, because like macaroni and cheese is like a southern thing. Like, don't get me wrong, they eat it everywhere, but it's like known for Yes. So it's just like, is poutine in like everywhere or only certain parts?
Kind of like sushi.
With the snow days, though, I've been able to work out instead of commute in the morning, feeling good. That's awesome. I was feeling excellent on my bike ride this morning because the sun is shining and I was feeling great. Heath is here. Says, happy Friday night feast day, everyone. We'll be broadcasting live from the Marriott Town Place Suites. I love it. I'm so glad that you are warm.
On the fly, baby.
Exactly. That makes me so happy.
In times of crisis, one thinks on their feet.
Mary T said, Western Canada, the best part. Is it? I would love to know that for myself.
Tell us history of that. I'm curious. Is it like good?
It's like Robin is here. It says, good morning. Yay, catching my first live. Hi, Robin. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here.
Yay.
The doctor's in the building, says, good morning, Whack fam. Joe Ray is here, says, good morning.
Well, everybody's welcome.
Brianna's here, says, I get to teach from home today because of snow. Barely any snow, no complaints. Usually that's how it is in Kentucky.
That sounds like a win.
We're all like, oh, snow, pre-cancel school, pre-do everything. But like, nah, this week, snow won, Kentucky won like 0 or a half.
Remember, it's not about the city. It's about the rural areas.
Whenever
you cancel school, the city is like, why are we
canceling?
But you got to think, if you're on a one-lane road, then that thing's You don't want buses and school buses to go out there. In those
No,
areas.
that is true.
That's what it's mostly
Mary says
about.
poutine is mostly, I would call it Quebec, but I think it's also pronounced Quebec.
Or Quebec.
No, it's not Q. I know it's not Quebec.
Spoke to some Americans.
But we have it everywhere.
we
Q usually makes the qua sound, but I also think it's like Quebec.
Yes.
Quebec.
I agree.
Quebec.
I agree with more you.
Yeah, thank you. Tammy's here, says good morning, everyone. Linda's here, says good morning, Whack fam, listening in. I'm glad that you're here, Linda.
Aww,
Kathy P and AZ
morning,
said happy
Linda.
Whack Day Fry. Yay, everyone.
Good morning,
I
everybody.
absolutely love it.
It is a wonderful Friday.
So, you guys, I have been, Rhonda, it's your fault, but like I was doing some serious whiteboard math yesterday about like, how do I eat more protein? Like I look for YouTube videos. Somebody dropped me the best YouTube video for explaining why I should eat more protein and how much more protein I should eat. Because I tried to watch a lot of videos and I was like, no, tell me exactly how much I should eat. So like, that is what I was trying to figure out. Because I was like, I mean, it makes sense. I am soups fat adapted. And, you know, I did watch this video where it's like protein can't be stored as excess energy, you know, so it can't be stored as body fat. So I'm just like, okay, like I'm trying to go with you here. And then what does more protein mean? What does that mean in terms of macros? Like 30% protein, 40% protein? Like what are the numbers?
I do not know.
Neither do I. That's the problem. Cece said, woke up to a flood downstairs in my house yesterday. Oh no, busted water pipe. Oh no, all's well, water back on. I know, but like floods are one of my least favorite things. Like wet things that aren't supposed to be wet is just like my favorite or my least favorite thing ever. Cause just like the damage is just so much more longer lasting.
Yeah. You gotta buy all
Diane's here, says hello all.
Red out, damp out or something.
I know, right? Red, damp red, something like that. TC says, it's a glorious day. Sun is shining, double digits above the day. And it's Friday, TC. That's a victory. That's kind of how it is here, too. It's like in the 20s. The sun is shining. That's really all that matters. Is that?
Well, I'm a big believer in, are you alive and kicking? It's
a
glorious
you know, it's a good day.
It's a glorious day because you have all the potential in front of you. The choices you make are your own. Every day you can choose amazing, new, and wonderful choices.
Ooh, amazing, new, and wonderful choices you got at your,
Or you can choose the regular, stale, boring choices that we do.
Or,
I'm just saying,
the choice is yours. He
Every
said, warm is a dream. I'm sitting under a blanket. Can't get the house above 60. Thanks to my new skylight. Awesome. It's okay. It's okay. At least you're alive and you have amazing, new, wonderful choices every single day. Brianna said school delay, not due to the snow, but the time it takes to remove it from the parking lot and the sidewalks. They will delay so they don't have to pay overtime to the custodians. Well, that's hilarious.
That's a unique intro. That's what we're concerned about right now. Okay. Assume safety first, but
Ramikla, however you pronounce your name, it says low carb, high protein diet. I know, right? I don't know. Sonia says, good morning, all. First live I've gotten to do with you in a while. I'm so happy to catch you today. We're so happy that you're here too, Sonia. Gail says, I just have to vent again about Costco. Went there yesterday to pick up more Milkadamia while on sale. Discovered that they are they're discontinuing moon cheese. Gail, do not tell me that they are stopping selling moon cheese. However, if they are $3.97 a bag, I will be purchasing the rest of them. Like I will be going in, like limit 5 per membership. I'll be purchasing 5, going to put them in the car, coming back in, and subsequently buying the entire like lot of moon cheese.
Doctors until later in the afternoon.
That's what I mean. You got to be prepared. If they're not selling moon cheese anymore, what is the point of Costco?
I mean, are they the only ones that sell moon cheese?
Yes. In like the discounted bag. Like Whole Foods sells moon cheese in those little bitty packs for like $4 when you can literally get 6 times as much for $9.
So the company Moon Cheese is closing down.
No. Costco is just stopping to sell it.
Oh, okay. Oh, it scared me. I thought you were talking about moon cheese. I'm like, wow.
No. Moon cheese is like
product.
Moon cheese is safe.
How is their business model?
But that's what I'm just saying.
Okay, so Costco is just quit
Ramikla says technically you're not doing keto anymore if you increase the protein. Like, could I still be in ketosis if I was still eating that much more protein? If I'm also eating a moderate amount of fat and keeping my body in steady ketosis, I think there's space for that. I don't know, but I'm here to learn. I'm here to listen.
Yes, I think that's definitely what I'm doing.
Dana says, good morning, Whack fam. Happy National Chocolate Mint Day. Oh my God, my husband loves peppermint patties. In honor, I'll be having chocolate mint keto chow ice cream for dinner tonight. Are you sure it's not with dinner tonight?
Yeah,
like you're having it for dinner? Like the whole thing is your dinner? I love it.
Mint, would that be a peppermint patty? I was thinking more like a chocolate bar with mint in it or something like that, like a mint chocolate bar, like a Hershey chocolate mint bar or something like that.
Okay, York is mint covered in dark chocolate.
I know what a York patty is.
I know. So that is chocolate mint.
No, but when I read it, I was thinking like in one piece of chocolate. Yeah. No, not the mint separate, but mint in the chocolate.
No, I think as long as you're consuming them together, they don't have to be pre-mixed together.
Okay. Well, I was thinking Hershey bar. I wasn't thinking peppermint patty.
I was thinking peppermint patty. Joe is here, says, good morning. Alyssa said, I've heard it should be a gram per pound you weigh. It should be 20, 30 grams at a time per meal. If I can find the sources, I'll post it in the Facebook group. That's good. See, but I don't really mess with the 20, 30 grams at time per meal because I only eat once a day. Like I only eat like once or twice a day. So look, if I weigh 170 pounds and that means I'm supposed to be eating 170 grams of protein, that's not 20 to 30 grams per meal. Like you can't do that. That's 6 meals. I'm not, I don't know.
I'm loving all the math.
He says more protein means more meat and less veg. Eat enough until you are comfortably stuffed. Rinse and repeat. False. Because all my sources of protein are also high sources of fat as well. Like that's the problem. A lot of people on keto, they're like, oh, I need to learn. I have to figure out how to get more fats in. And I'm just like, I don't. Like my 80-20 ground beef is delicious. Like my bratwurst and my hamburgers are very fatty, like delicious. Yes. I'm like, so when I eat those, my ratio is naturally like 75-20% protein. But now I'm trying to figure out, do I need leaner sources of protein that give me the protein, but not the fat that go along with it?
So. Feels like a diet now.
No. I mean, I like learning about it.
I know you do,
and
but
the food
from my
is good.
perspective, this is way too many numbers.
No, but see, I love the numbers.
Calculator to the grocery store with you now.
Joe said Rachel was singing and dancing to your video this morning. It feels great. Like it was great outside. It was sunny and it was like awesome. And I was feeling good. Like I had to take off my scarf by the end. I was like, oh, it's a little hot out here. So let's see. TC said Ted, Naaman is the doctor who promotes it. Keto Connect has a video. I tried watching it, but Matt's questions confused me, so I gave up. Okay, I'm gonna copy his name and I'm gonna put it in the Google machine just so I can keep that for later.
Look at you.
Let's see. D is here waving from the car. Glad you're here. Hey, Mary said 2 crazy ketos and Keto Connect say 1 gram protein per pound of lean mass. Then carb and fat combined don't exceed that number. Makes it easy to calculate. Okay, so lean mass. How much lean mass do I have? Okay, I'll figure that out. I have one of those scales that tells me my percentage of body fat and my percentage of muscle, so I should easily be able to figure out like the lean mass from there.
Interesting.
Ramikla said there are wisps. Calm down. No, because wisps and moon cheese are not the same thing. I purchased both of them, but they're not the same thing. And I love moon cheese more. Like if I had to choose, it would be an easy choice. So that really hurts me.
Well, I mean, that's the thing is they're not discontinuing moon cheese.
I know, but
you just got to get them somewhere else.
The internet, and I hate buying food off the internet. And so now I'm going to be forced to buy food from the internet when it could just be as easy as going to the place where I shop all the time.
Maybe it was that Costco.
I know, right? No, but see, the thing is, Gail, were you the one that was talking about the cauliflower chips or the cauliflower crisps discontinuing as well? I had never seen those before, but the week that you mentioned that, we went down the moon cheese aisle and they were sitting right next to it. And I was like, oh, they are being discontinued. I still didn't buy them because there's no point in me buying it and trying it and liking it if it wasn't going to be in the store. Yes. But boy, if moon cheese, ooh, I am sad. Aww. Joe says, when moon cheese was on sale at Costco last November, we bought 15 bags and went through them all. Needless to say, we can't buy moon cheese. No, I'd have to do that.
You hit your wall.
I'd have to do that, like buy it and then literally keep it somewhere else. I couldn't keep it in the house because I could eat one of those Costco bags of Munchies a day, like no problem, at all.
Look at you.
Okay, Rhonda says, I'm so sorry. I know, right? You first need to find your lean body mass. That would be the least amount of protein you should eat. Your fat and carbs should not exceed that amount. You can go over your protein. So what you're saying is, like, if I were to eat like 150 grams of protein, then since my carbs are capped at 20, no matter what, or let's just say 30, since I'm counting total carbs, since my carbs are capped at 30, it would be 150, 120, 30. That's what you're saying? Like,
add them all together?
I know what I know how to calculate. I mean, those are my macros. So okay. Mary T says, not enough protein is the biggest keto mistake that people make. I think people are scared because of gluconeogenesis. Yeah, but that a myth that it turns it into chocolate cake. I know, right? I'm not afraid of that at all.
What happens to chocolate cake?
That excess protein in your body gets turned into sugar, like sugar. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So I know that that's not true. I'm not afraid of that myth. I'm just like, I happen to like high fat protein anyway. What's the harm? I'm still eating within my calorie deficit macros. But now I need to start just like adjusting. I need to be eating the same amount, but adjusting where I'm getting my calories from.
I like that.
Yes.
Gosh.
Okay.
So much studying.
I know. I'm just learning so much.
Yeah. Like a class.
So
Keto 210.
Exactly. Joe says 1-to-1 protein to fat works out to be 65 to 75 calories from fat. So that is absolutely a keto lifestyle. Also, keto is keeping your body in ketosis. Yes, that's what I thought. I was like, I think you could still eat more protein and stay in ketosis. So Kathy says, I do higher protein, low carb, 20 total, and medium fat, still in ketosis and doing fine. Yep, sometimes I do 1-to-1 protein to fat, still in ketosis. So what is that? So 1-to-1 means the same grams. Is it like macro percentage or grams that you're talking about? Like, is it like 150 grams of protein, 150 grams of fat, or is it macros? Because clearly that would be half the grams of fat so that your macros could be equal. This is what I need to know, you guys. Let's see. Joe says goal is 1 gram of protein per pound of goal weight. So if my goal weight is 155, you're saying that I should be eating 155 grams of protein a day. I can do that and then figure out where the rest of my calories would come from. I can do that. I could maybe like 170 first. I don't know, but I shouldn't lower it. Should I? Should I start at my lowest goal weight or like my next goal weight? Because right now, Lord Jesus, I'm just trying to hit 170.
There
Jesus.
You go. See, it's a process.
Yes. Rhonda said ketosis was primarily driven by the low carbs and fat in your body after your fat adapted. I eat a lot of protein, still in ketosis. Same. Joe said a prime rib is perfect food. So is egg. They both have 1 gram of protein to 1 gram of fat. Oh, I see what you're going there.
Well, you got me there.
The fatty meats are 1-to-1. I mean,
definitely do some prime rib. You definitely can't do prime rib.
I don't like prime rib. See, I was thinking of like flank steak, which is like more protein, less fat. You know, I'm having fat in other places, but I don't like fatty steak meats.
I ain't had a prime rib.
Oh my God. Sonia says my biggest problems right now is trying to resist the monk pack. Keto nut and seed bar. I love them. I also have ratio keto yogurt almost every day. Do you have those monk packs in your house? Because it would be difficult to resist. Yeah. See, what I do is I'll just eat them all in one sitting until they're gone, and then I don't got to resist temptation anymore.
There you go.
That day is a fail. Yes. I was like, that day happens to be a fail, but it prevents future fails. And it also prevents me from feeling that temptation every day because I can't stand it.
You can't have it in the house, basically. Like, if something that you really like, you just can't have it in the house or it's gone. You need to...
Yeah. I need to eat it till it's gone. He says, I guess I'm just an oddball because I honestly feel like folks are making all of this way too complicated. I will ignore all of the noise and continue to eat meat and not track anything. Do you, Heath? I agree. I wish it could not be complicated, but I mean...
you're not an oddball. I literally, if you had a cartoon over my head, I was like a doodling and everything. I don't know what
Richard's checked out. So, but I mean, for the ones that need it, the science of it. Though. I mean, I like understanding all of this, and I am look, guys. I am like an overeater. I love the feeling of being full, and like constantly full, not like full. That was a satisfying meal, and then like 2 hours later, I want to be full again.
Yes.
Like, you know, so it's just like.
That's the buffet effect, right?
Yeah, I mean, so I have to like meter how much I eat, or I'll just go the entire day. And by the entire day, I mean 8 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to feel as full as possible. And that's not, in the immortal words of Whitney Houston, it's not right, but it's okay. You know, like, I know, like, that's just how I want to feel. And I know that that's not going to help me reach my goals, no matter what I'm eating, you know? So I'm trying to figure out different strategies to help.
I think you just have to, you're starting to figure your mind out. And you realize sometimes you got to trick yourself. And, like, the mind is a weird muscle. So you have to sometimes, like, know exactly what it wants and then move it around again, then keep confusing it.
I got to get a tissue because my husband didn't give me a tissue because he hates me.
Well, like you said earlier, like your body's fat. What did you say? You said it was like, fat adapted. It's like it's so used to what you do now that sometimes you might have to. It's like confusion exercise. Just keep moving.
Muscle confusion, like body confusion.
Yeah, you got to keep moving it because the body gets used and wants to be stationary in what it does. So you got to always keep changing it up.
Yeah, Joe said wisps are not nearly as good. I agree.
Yeah, I'd have to agree too.
Remicla says, I bought wild boar lard, regular lard, and beef tallow online, all pastured animals. That was expensive. That sounds very expensive.
Man, wild boar lard.
I don't need to cook with all of those different fats. I just like butter, you know?
I mean, lard's good too.
I mean, it's one of those things I'll never go out of my way to get. Gail says, Autumn, go to Loving It on Keto's channel. Wendy has been explaining it all week. They also have a calculator on their website. All right,
There we go.
I am putting Loving It on Keto into the Google machine as well, so that I can remember.
Lived on lard.
Yeah, I'm not saying lard's bad. I'm saying like I like butter.
I haven't used it in forever. Just go back to so many childhood memories.
Yes.
I was like, man, I ain't heard that word in so long.
Brianna says, even if you buy moon cheese on the internet, it'll be really hard to find the big bag. I get so sad when Costco discontinues my favorite things. So, but like, is moon cheese no longer making the big bags? Is that why they're discontinuing it? Like, I feel like you should be able to go to the moon cheese website and buy the big bags.
And I'm like, eventually, at one point, money should talk. I'm like, if this is what I want, well, is Moon Cheese not listening to the customers?
Yeah. Well, no, they'll realize like, hey, our customers won't like it, but they'll still buy the smaller bags with a larger margin. So
yeah, or they won't.
I know. Former Boy says, good morning. During a recent Too Crazy Keto video, Rachel mentioned your channels and then asked if we remember Life Without Richard. I started thinking, and I don't. Like, remember the lives without you being here. I remember. Does everybody remember when like? We definitely weren't married at that point, but like when we were together, but I would still do the lives by myself and like Richard would be upstairs commenting on it.
I remember.
You guys, do you like Richard or do you want me to start doing them by myself?
Okay. Did I hear that? Did I hear what you just got started? Now she's feeling herself so much.
No, I was asking what they want. No, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean.
Kathy said, sorry, Wisp Girl here. Moon cheese is just meh. Ugh, false. Well,
I mean, this shows that Kathy is different.
Gail said, yes, it was me that mentioned the cauliflower bites. Yeah, I saw them. Literally that week, I saw them, didn't buy them, and then now I can't remember what they look like. So Mary says, yep, you got it. Okay. I think I understand the protein situation now. So I'm gonna try that out.
50% there. I kind of got a chunk of it as far as like you need to increase your protein levels. That's like the bulk I've heard.
Mary said, if you want to feel as full as possible, protein is your way to get there. See, I always thought it was fat. Have I been misled the whole time?
I mean, I think we're all learning as we go. Like once we get new facts, the things adjust. We adjust on the fly. The things we knew 20 years ago are different than what we know now.
Yes.
Things we know 20 years from now will be different than. It's just the way things work. We got this. Even though it's sloppy and we keep tripping ourselves and bumping into a wall.
I know, right?
Eventually we'll get to that
Dr. Weiss said carnivore life with good fats. I know, right? Like that is the goal. I don't know if I want to get to carnivore, but still 30 total carbs, working my way down is where I want to go.
Might be on to something.
I know, right? Joe says you got it. Start at your lowest goal weight. Remember, the fat carb side is not the goal. It's the maximum. For example, 150 grams of protein, 130 fat, and 20 is about 2,000 calories. I know, right?
Wow.
Can I eat that I could eat that a day and that would be delicious.
Yes,
so
you definitely could do that.
You're right. I'm going to think about that.
Your meats.
Maybe I should try. I'm going to try those macros this week. 150 grams of protein.
Like right now?
130 grams this week coming up because we haven't gone grocery shopping, and I can eat those macros. I can eat
to prep yourself.
See,
dive right in.
No, see, I can do that.
That's
I can just dive right in.
I love that.
But here's the thing. That is not alternate day fasting though. Like I don't necessarily know if I want
then you would have to like really gorge yourself.
Well, no, 2,000 calories. Well, yeah, I'd have to eat around 4,000 calories
really
a day.
Like,
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Interesting.
Oh my gosh.
Constantly thinking about that as well.
Yes, you are. Like we woke up this morning, straight out of bed, and was like,
and I went I went downstairs and I was just like, like I was on my Excel spreadsheet, like, no.
Yeah.
Did you guys know that 16 ounces of flank steak is only like 850 calories? Like a whole pound, so like 850 calories.
You needed like a montage.
Like
you just hitting with that pencil in your mouth, like the magnifying glass.
Oh my God! Joe says Dr. Damon's point is protein is essential, and the calories don't count because your body won't use them for energy unless they're absolutely no fat or carbs. Yep. See, that's the video that I saw. It was just like protein. Your body will not store protein. But does that mean that it sits in your stomach and has to be broken down? No, it doesn't turn into chocolate cake. But I'm like, does that mean you'll have like really tough number twos? Because like if your body's not storing that for energy, it's all just like getting passed through. I mean, and your body's taking out what it needs to build muscle and stuff, but at a point there's going to be excess, right? Is that just all sitting in your intestines until you like move it on through?
Moving on down the road.
Let's see. Gail said, I also love how Joe explains it as well. Me too. It makes a lot of sense.
Well, see, that's why we get multiple opinions on it. So that way one of us speaks in layman's terms. Yes. I was like, I got it now. Okay, there we go.
Joe says, and it takes 4 times more energy to convert protein to energy. So think instead of getting 4 miles per gallon on protein, your body will get 1 mile per 4 gallons. Geez Louise, that is a lot of like utilization. The only calories that matter are fat and carbs. That's why you don't exceed. Interesting. He says, do an experiment for me, please. See if you can eat 5 to 6 ribeyes tomorrow. I'm willing to bet that if you can't eat more than 2 or 3, you'll simply be too satiated. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. I won't eat the ribeyes, but I will eat. I could eat flank steak. I could eat ground beef like that. Like I could eat. Like I could try to eat like 2 to 4 pounds of ground beef.
A bowl of just
ground beef. TC says, can't do moon cheese or whisk. Way too salty. Come on now.
Let them have their taste buds.
I know, right? CC said, where is Mama Chris? I don't know. Today is Friday. She shouldn't be. I don't. Maybe they're still behind at work. So I'm gonna call her. I'm gonna see what she's talking. Oh, Mom's here. Never mind. All right. Sorry, Mom. That was me calling you. Yes, ignore.
She does that on a regular.
Ignore. There you go. All right. Oops. There you go.
Okay. There it is.
Juju said, we want Richard. We want Richard. Okay, good to know. Kathy said, I love Richard. He has such a fun way of explaining everything. Alyssa said, hashtag team keep Richard. Oh, see, good. All right.
All right. So now the question is, we get rid of Otto. Okay.
Mom said Richard is extra, but so am I. Greetings and salutations, WAC fam. Absolutely.
Well, she chimes in in the 9th inning.
Ramikla says goat ghee tastes like nothing. A steak with regular ghee. No, see, I don't need. Yeah, I mean, I don't even use ghee. I just don't mind butter and olive oil are the only 2 things that I cook with in his house. So. Let's see. Brianna says protein fills you up for the meal. Fat keeps you full more of an extended period of time. See, that's what I need. Like I need the extended period of time. Cause like I said, the second that meter starts to get unfull, I'm like, I wish I had more food, you know?
That's your psyche right there.
Yeah, so.
You're definitely eat it all while it's there.
Chrissy's Keto Life wants to know, so too crazy keto, how do I get more protein when I'm only used to around 80 grams of protein a day? My goal weight is 160. Fat and carbs are easy to get, just struggling with the protein. That's kind of how I feel. I don't struggle with the protein. I struggle with the protein fat ratio because a lot of the protein that I like also has a high fat component. But I'm going to look into that. I'm going to see, look, if I do 150 grams of protein, 130 fat, and then 20 to 30 total carbs, what does that How does that make me feel? And like, what does that look like for my food?
You were worried about trying to increase your protein while not also increasing the fat, and you were just like, that's where the biggest hurdle was. Like, how do we do that without also increasing the fat as well?
Yeah, because I love fatty meats. Mary said, my way of looking at protein is it's the only macro our body can't make for itself. We must eat it. Yes, I mean, true. I love it. But that's what I'm saying. My problem, I was never actively avoiding protein. I just happen to love meat that is high fat and moderate protein. You know, like I love 80-20 ground beef. I love the bratwurst, that like they're fatty meats in general.
For me, it's always adding the fat to it in the cooking process. Like, you know what, I'll make this meal some more fat.
Yes. I'm just so much to learn. So much to learn. Let's see. Oh, Chrissy says, check out Steak and Butter Gal. Love her videos. She also loves butter. Absolutely. I am here for it. Like, I'm here for all of it. Rosalind's here, says, hey everyone, been missing you. He says, I only eat 2 meals a day. Both of those meals are 1 to 2 pounds of meat. I was always an overeater, but I have not changed the amount of what I eat, just the types of foods that I eat. I love it. See, that's also what I was thinking, because right now my macros, I've been playing around with them this morning. Yeah, I was playing around with my macros this morning, and
it was really fun.
According to my macros, it's like 31 to 50 calories. Remember, this is every other day, right?
This is alternate day fasting.
3,150 calories. That is like basically 2 meals, because it's my cream cheese and chicken dip from the Super Bowl, but then it's also 16 ounces of flank steak. And I'm just like, I can't eat all of that at once. So I was like, maybe I can just spread that over 2 meals. And that is a lot of food to eat. Yeah. And then my macros would be 35% fat, 35% protein, 63% fat, and still 2% carb. So yeah, my numbers are 213 grams of fat, 271 grams of protein, and 30 total carbs. So that still kind of fits what you guys were saying. Yeah, because see, look, if I want to be, if my goal weight is 155, then I'm still not eating technically enough protein, because for 2 days worth of protein, that would be 310, and I'm only at 271. But that is a lot more than the 170 that I was at last night, so I'm just thinking all about it.
You always are thinking.
Dr. Y said egg whites are a good source of protein. Yeah, see, that's a good source of fatless protein. I was trying to think. I was just like, I need more. It's weird. I need more protein, but less fat. And so we're thinking like, chicken breast, like canned meat and stuff like that. Lunch meat also is that. It has more protein, but basically no fat. So yeah, I know, right?
Keto said ribeye is 1-1.
No, that's why Dr. Berry talks about it. 1 pound of flank steak. Will you fatten it up with one? No, since it has more protein. No. Will you fill you up faster than 1 pound of ribeye since it has more protein? Okay, well, fill you up. Is that the point though? I'm trying to get more protein, protein without adding in the fat. Because if I wanted protein and fat, I would just eat my ground beef and stuff like that.
Also, it depends on the type of meat too, because you can't do chewy. So like you would have to like maybe dice up the ribeye maybe, and like cut it in half maybe, and sear both halves really tender, like really tough. Not tough, but done. Nice chew on them. You know what I'm talking about? I think ribeye is not your favorite cut of meat.
No, ribeye is not my favorite cut of meat. I would not eat ribeye, so that's not a good that's not a good option for me. Joe said, I'm sorry, Autumn. Rachel and I started talking about this a few weeks ago, then made a video. Since we share the same audience, everyone is slamming you with it. Link me the video that y'all made so I can have a frame of reference, because I'm like, that's just what I'm wondering.
Yes. So. No, ribeye is absolutely perfect.
Yes. Oh, okay. Let me weigh myself.
I do love me some ribeye.
I don't love me a good ribeye.
I know.
Yeah, no.
I know.
Okay.
It was like T-bone, New York strip, filet mignon.
No. I don't even think I like a New York strip, right?
Prime rib.
Okay. So Wednesday I was 183. Okay. Yesterday I weighed myself. And I went right back to 180.8, which, you know, it was good, but it also annoyed me because I wanted to get below 180.8, but that's okay. And then yesterday I ate, which was delicious. I ate my low protein macros, apparently. Okay. And then I woke up this morning and I was 182.4, which is a gain of 1.6. So that's going to happen when I eat. It's okay.
It's normal.
It's normal. You know, it is what it is, basically. So so I'm just still working out. You know, I really said I was going to do it this week, but I actually have to start doing it next week. Especially if I was thinking, especially if I'm upping my protein, which I'm actively trying to do. I need to lift more weights. I just need to be putting all that protein to work by lifting weights and using it for my, letting my body use it to repair and build muscle. That's really what I need to do. Speed up the process. So that's really what I need to do. TC said add ground turkey or chicken to your beef. Yeah, that's what I was also thinking, like chicken and like nice. Canned and stuff like that. So
they can buy just ground turkey or chicken in the store.
Dr. Wise says, well, you won't know unless you try. Yeah, we all experiment to find what's best for ourselves. Exactly.
Well, I definitely do that.
Mikla says, have you ever eaten 10 eggs in a sitting? No, I have not eaten 10 eggs in a sitting. I think the most I've ever eaten was 6, which was pretty good. But see, here's the thing. Yeah. I could eat 10 eggs in a sitting. Yes. Like, I just never made it a point to, like I haven't, and I can't
really
eat,
big omelet.
I necessarily wouldn't eat 10 eggs in a sitting, but I could eat 6. I could eat 5 eggs in a sitting, and then like an hour later, definitely eat 5 more eggs. So it's just like,
do
I have
bacon and eggs, and then do like steak and eggs.
80-20 is 1 to 1. 85-15 is slightly under or higher protein. Well, no, I do 80-20. So I mean, I'm feeling like
85-15.
There are people out there that do 85-15. Nice. I remember, you guys remember, like back in my old dieting days, I used to do like 97-3, What? Exactly. Like it was just all protein basically. Yes. Sonia says, I assume grilled chicken would be good for getting more protein and less fat, but it's not my favorite because it tastes bland no matter what you do to it, unless chicken wings, which defeats the purpose. I know, right? So.
Oh, it takes some time. I mean, honestly, for chicken,
but I like chicken breast.
Process. Yes. Well, it's about like the marinade. You got everything. It's a process. Yes. To infuse flavor into a piece of chicken.
Yes. Well, I like the flavor of chicken though. Just put some salt on it, and then it's good.
That's what I'm saying. It's layers. I can understand having bland chicken. People do that.
Yes, bland chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't like bland chicken. I just like the flavor, like chicken with salt on it. Like you still taste the chicken, right? You don't have to like drown it in like a marinade or something. Maybe just brined or something like that. Joe said, understand, this is what Dr. Berry has always talked about with eat meat till you're full. This just helps you learn what full feels like. I feel it. I'm here for it. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try to up my protein.
So get a bunch of chicken breasts. And just
I'm going to up my protein. I'm going to lift weights. And I'm going to see how I feel about how much I'm eating. That's all that really matters. Oh my God. Dr. Watts said 20-piece chicken wings. Absolutely not.
I can always do that. That's fine with me.
My husband made, what did you make last night? It was a KFC, what do they call it?
The double down.
The double down. He made his own version. Instead of breaded chicken, it was grilled. It was like baked, and then you like seared it, or you just bake it?
Well, I reverse seared it.
He reverse seared it. Yeah, so he baked it. So he basically made a sandwich where the chicken was the bun. So he had a chicken breast that he baked, and then he cut it longwise, and then he put bacon and cheese on it, and then put it back on. Had like a sandwich. It was pretty great.
Ooh, buddy. Someone was feeling themselves yesterday.
Yes. That is.
It was really nice.
Yeah, it did taste good.
No, what I didn't do though, they normally use 2 pieces of chicken breast, and that's the bun. What I did was just slice one in half.
Yeah.
I just opened it up and put the bacon and cheese in between one chicken breast.
Yeah.
And the
you're right. The double down, they actually use 2 whole chicken breasts, which I never liked anyway because like the top and bottom are flat. Yeah. Exactly.
Well, that's why I was just
let me flat surface to do that.
Let me change this up.
I know, right? Joe said, for example, Rachel can sit down and eat a 3-pound steak, 3-pound piece of steak, and has. Now she's learned 20 ounces fills her up and is her macros. Like, so that's all she'll eat in a day is like a 20-ounce steak, or is there like other stuff too?
I just made a New York strip yesterday.
Joe said, you're the only person I know who does alternate day fasting right by feasting on an eat day with double the macros. Yeah, I try really hard to get double the macros in, because that makes me feel good. So. Dr. Watts says, sound good, Richard. It was good. It was really good. And it was good because it was an actual sandwich, like because the sides were flat. Yeah. You're right. The double down was a stupid idea, KFC.
It wasn't a stupid idea. It was bad implication. It was a good idea. It was just implemented wrong.
Gail said, I think you'll appreciate Wendy. She does a chart every day that reminds me of you. She lays out her menus and lays out how she determines what lean meats, fats she's using. I'm definitely gonna do that. We could be friends.
So positive.
Joe said, on a feast day, eat however many times you need to get your protein in. I know, right? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is like not OMAD it. Like I'm still gonna do an 8-hour eating window, but because I don't think I can enjoy like 16 ounces of like flank steak and my chicken dip and my pork rinds like all at the same time. Like that I don't think I'll be able to do that. So maybe I'll have one meal in the early afternoon, another meal like 2 to 3 hours later, but still stay within that eating window. So
you're so cute.
Joe says, for the record, Rachel won't let me talk about Autumn without mentioning Richard. She says he's part of the channel now. Yeah, it's watch Autumn and Richard Keto, the real Wark fam. So,
well, we're all watching you keto as well, especially when all those numbers come up. I was like, what's talking about?
I know, right?
What's going on?
Now it's back to watch Autumn Keto. So
it was a math class in the beginning.
Yeah, he was a little lost. Rhonda said, Autumn, on your fasting days, do 500 calories and make it protein based with tuna salad or chicken salad or something. Use mayo, not lettuce. I was also thinking that too. I was like, maybe I'll split it up and just do a protein fasting day. Yeah. I know, right?
We talked about that too.
He said so. Once again, Richard's way is the best way. No. That's never actually been proven. So how about that? No,
Heath,
that's never.
You are the live
We've
favorite.
Never honestly come to that conclusion. So I don't know why.
Heath, you're officially the live favorite.
Sonia says, so Rhonda, so on fasting days you can have calories. They technically call that a modified alternate day fast, to where if you eat up to 500 calories on your fasting day, then it's still considered a fasting day, but it's modified alternate day fasting. And I've gotten kind of into that, because I used to do 50 calories. So I used to just do Jell-O and some pickles and be like, nope, that's all the calories. But recently I've gotten... We still have those
break those into rotation.
So, but recently, I've started having maybe like a bulletproof coffee or like a keto chow, like something up to 500 calories on my fasting days. And it still honestly hasn't messed with my like weight or like how much I'll drop on my fasting days anyway.
That's very true.
I know, right? So, Gail said, we remember the days when Richard was there, but we were not aware. Yeah, Richard's been around for a long time.
I remember those days.
I know, right?
It was so fun.
It was so fun.
I used to go to exercise.
And I used to take myself and I'd just be like, I can see your shoulder. Get your shoulder out of the way, Richard. And he's like, oh, my shoulder. I'm like, no, stop it. So, I know, right?
You're always trying to keep me hidden.
I was trying to keep
you so cute.
Somebody come get my husband.
Okay.
Yeah. Exactly. So Mary says protein sparing modified fast. Ooh, Maria Emmerich has information on that as well.
Look at all these knowledge.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some study. Look, I've been doing keto for a very long time, and the most recent thing I've learned, I guess, was like alternate day fasting. Like I really haven't learned or changed a lot about my keto journey in a very long time. So I'm interested, when something new pops up to try to like learn and experiment with. So that's all I'm saying.
Very cool.
Let's see. Joe said, I'm old school. This will always be watch Autumn Keto, just like Aaron will always be AD Keto. Now that I can agree with. So
what was Aaron before?
No, Aaron's AD Keto. He was AD Keto, but now he's high fat, high fun. But I still call him AD Keto. So okay. I feel you. I feel you there.
Look at the old heads. Pretty sure there was stone tablets back then.
Yes. Okay, have a good day. Because I have to I'm trying to figure out, rework my meal. Don't worry, I'll have a full day of eating coming out about what I end up choosing here soon. But yeah, I gotta eat and then we gotta go grocery shopping. I mean, I have to meal plan before we go grocery shopping. Everyone
That's
have a
also true.
great day and have a great weekend. And we'll see you on Sunday. And I'll let you guys know what I ended up going with.
It's going to be a fun weekend.
I know, right? And look, hopefully by the time you see me on Sunday, this will be gone. Do you see that? It is so red. But yeah, so cross your fingers. Wish me good luck at the eye doctor. Okay, have a good day and a good weekend, everyone. Bye.
Bye, everyone.